Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First set, first leg, Steve to throw. Game on.
Steve Beaton gets us underway in his first round match.
97.
And a good cover shot. Aldous, first time in, ranked 20th in the world. Looking to make a good impression.
40.
Steve, the Embassy champion in 1996.
180.
Thing about Steve, he has been hitting some form of
41.
late, John. He was out in Holland, beat Ray Barneveld in the semi-final, the top 16 playoff. In Sweden,
26.
he lost in the final to Kevin Painter after being 2 sets up.
Yes, and I've noticed that as well. His form has been picking up.
100.
But I don't think that anyone who wins this championship, they're going to always be a good player, and they're always going to be hard to beat.
Especially against unknown quantities, which Bob is at the moment.
Steve, you require 138.
He needs treble 18.
98.
Well, he missed the treble 18. He's left double top. Bob with no outshot. Bull might leave 170.
30.
Don't think he thought
Steve, you
through.
require 40.
Irrelevant here. Double top for Steve.
Yes,
First
first leg. Steve Beaton. Second leg is Bob to throw first. Game on.
It was a good 16 dart leg for Steve to start the match. As we know, sometimes it's hard to get
60.
Get right into it when you step up, especially the first round.
Well, he usually is notorious of not doing so well in the first round matches, John.
Yes, in fact, he's lost 3 times in the first round. But on more occasions, he's been past the first round. I mean, it's not like he loses more than he wins. I guess if you've been here as many times as Steve, you're going to lose in the first round eventually.
83.
Actually, it was in the 2 years before he actually won the championship. He lost the first round each of those 2 years, so I guess it motivated him.
140. 60. 98.
Well, I think Steve's going to be very consistent in this match. And I think it's up to Bob, to make a challenge. He's going to have to get a maximum or a few scores of 140.
100.
I don't think scoring 185 of that is going to crack Steve Beaton's shell.
140.
That's proving the point, John.
So no finish, but he'll look to try and pressure. He's had a few darts in the first throw go a little high on him.
100.
Perhaps not quite
Steve,
settled.
you require 80.
Which is the 20s. He'll need another single. Well, he's
No
passed.
score.
So here's his chance.
Bob, you require
Bob must make the
98.
best of it. Treble 20. Treble 18. Well, he's just not comfortable yet.
Our stages.
74 left. Treble 14. With, well, he's left 60.
38.
But Steve's still at 80.
Steve, you require 80.
So not a sure thing. With double 10.
Yeah, that's the second leg. Steve Beaton.
And happy with that.
Third leg,
Lovely
Steve
smile.
to throw first. Game on. 97.
Same score as we started with, John, in the first leg.
Yes, and you know, he's good on the switch to the
100.
19s. You know, a lot of the pros are doing that these days. You have to really you have to avoid a deflection.
30.
And look, he stands right to the right edge of that Aki, Tony. Shoots and leans across. He's a very tall man. They both are, and they got a lot of reach in those throws.
.6'2".
95. Bob, you require 161.
Well, doesn't need to do it, but might go for it. Yes, treble 17 now. Yes, a bullseye. This would be a great icebreaker.
Yes,
that's what he needed.
And it's waking the crowd up as well. Bob the builder.
Bob to throw first. Game on.
Let's see, broke the sails there. The Adonis, that's Beaton.
140.
Well, he finds himself behind once again. You certainly can't count on taking those 161s out every time you need them.
But it certainly builds up the confidence.
139.
Bob Aldous, who comes from Kent, another player in the championship. That's Matt Clark, Superman.
100. 40.
Well, not to a finish. So perhaps a maximum or 140 would give him first opportunity.
$100. 60.
Goes across, John.
Great shot, really.
Steve Uruguay, 122.
18s. Needs a treble 18. Bounced out. No chance. So great opportunity now to level the set.
Bob Uruguay, 60.
Needs a single 20. And now a double.
Yes, game shot. Full flag. Bob Aldous.
And the builders
Full
leveled
flag,
it.
Steve. Throw first. Game on.
Doesn't mess around when the finish is on.
137.
Two very tall men. They're both 6'3", John.
120.
Well, Steve, not giving Bob any chance in this leg, by the looks of it.
$60. 150.
He'll still be pleased.
Yeah, he's looking good now for the set.
Yes, Steve will be going for a 12-dart game here to
100.
win the set, the first
Steve
set.
require 104.
Go for 20s, yes, and he'll stay there. Won't get at this shot. 64, he'll go for treble 16 to try and leave double 8 for next turn. Yes.
88.
Well, Bob, he's just looking for a maximum. Anything to get any chance.
100. Steve requires 16.
For the set, double 8. Double 4.
Yes, that's the first set. Steve Beaton. Second set, first leg, Bob to throw first. Game on.
Well, Bob Aldous down a set. It started shaky, but brought it the first set back well, I thought. And is still fighting.
Well, yeah, he had a 1-6-1 finish.
41.
Clean finish to make it 2-2. But still, it's the former champion. One set up.
85.
Yes, Steve's scoring has been much better than Bob's.
He's very thick barrels as Stephen. 1 or 2 darts, he's glancing away from the 20s.
100.
There we see Bob, 11 100s, 3 140s, no 180s, 83.06 dart average. Steve Beaton, 3 100s, 4 140s, 1 180, 92.14. And I think why, you know, it looks like Bob's average should be higher in those
100.
10 pluses and that, but he's also had a lot more scores under 60.
There's a chance here.
Bob, you require 160.
Safety officers are in.
Yes, double top.
Oh, 140.
Would have gone well with his
Steve require
161.
131.
Can't do it now, but 19 would leave him 32.
99.
Well done.
Bob, you require
First.
20.
And this is hold his throw, double 10.
Yes, that's the first leg. Bob Aldous.
Flair, Bob's daughter.
Second leg, Steve to throw first. Game on. 44.
There's one thing certain, John, when he's left to finish, it's he hasn't missed. It's missed that 160, then straight
60.
into double 10.
He's having problems on the scoring, and his first dart tends to go high. And he's not making a good adjustment off of it.
87.
Yes, that's just blocking a bit, isn't it?
Well, that's where he wants to be in the treble.
140.
If he can keep that up the way he's finishing, as you say, Steve might have his hands full.
58.
Well, a great chance now for Bob to break Steve and go up 2-0 in the set. Already 51 ahead before this throw. 81 left, treble 19 would be good. Yes, he's on 24.
77.
Nothing Steve can do.
I think Steve will be rocking here.
100. Bob, you require 24.
So it's double 12 for 2-0 in legs.
Yes, that's the second leg.
Dead center.
Bob Aldous.
Once again, a clean finish.
Third leg, Bob to throw first. Game on, please.
Yes, and Bob with a 13-dart leg against the throw, and that's the sort of thing you have to do to get those breaks.
70.
Well, in the first set, Bob fought back from 2-0 to
100.
push it to a fifth leg. Steve's going to try and do the same here.
$85. 60. 60.
And encouraged on by Annette. And Steve.
54.
Well, Steve's scoring is slowed down a bit.
And the way Bob's finishing, I'm afraid that
60.
there'll be no leeway for Steve.
Yeah, Steve's going to have to outscore Bob to beat him, as you say.
60.
Based on present form, things do change.
Pass to an outshot, Aldous.
81. Bobby require 126.
Which is a 19 shot. If he can get a combination of 4 19s, so he needs a treble now, it would leave the bull. Yes, bullseye.
91. Steve, you require 146.
Yes, another treble 18, yes. Double 16, 146 outshot. And there's some finishing of his own.
Steve Beaton.
161 Bob Aldous, 146 Steve Beaton.
Fourth leg, Steve to throw first. Game on.
Well, he just might get some momentum here.
177.
It's as good as a maximum.
$139.
Good effort at matching it. Oh.
66.
Good save on that throw.
Very valuable last start was that.
That's 26 would have hurt him.
.6'3", stands upright. Totally off
60.
it.
Well, needs a good score here to leave a finish. Can't do it now.
100.
So does he have
Steve
2 on the
require
trot?
158.
Yes, another treble 20 would leave double 19. Yes, double 19 for 158. Oh!
139.
Only a fraction.
Well, Bob must be wondering what's happened. Steve has a
82.
win.
Steve, you require 19.
11, double 4, he's gone for.
15.
So, a good opportunity. The
Bob
Shanghai
require
available.
120.
Regrouping himself, thinking I shouldn't have had a shot at this, but I'm going to do it. 20's needed. Needs the treble.
100. Steve, you require 4.
Not the easiest double, but it's there.
Yes, that's the 4th leg. Steve Beaton.
Coming back strong has been.
5th leg, Bob to throw first. Game on.
It should be an interesting leg because Bob with advantage of throw, but certainly Steve with advantage of momentum.
And he certainly doesn't want to go 2 sets down. That's for certain.
81.
Yes, he'll be feeling the pressure of having to hold this leg.
$44.
Down, falling short. I mentioned about it a little bit earlier. He switches straight away, does Steve.
58.
Well, Steve doing nothing really to make a good effort at breaking here. Here, look at those checkouts. Bob throwing 7, hit 4, 57.14, and Steve throwing 11, hit 5, 45.45. And both very good percentages. Bob with the edge, though. What an answer.
177.
Big barrels. He won't try and every time to put the 180 at 177. Brings it back to all square.
What a treble. Yes.
100.
Good shot. Now it's the pressure on Steve. Back to the 20s.
56.
Well, he should have went back to the 20s with that last start. They left him 164. But anyhow, it's Bob now, comfortably going for 120.
At least 6 darts.
Yes. Yes, double top to level the match.
100.
He'll be back. I'm not quite sure what Steve was thinking on that last one.
He's obviously lost his way on that one.
I think what he was thinking was 2 19s would have left him.
60. Bogey required 20.
Here it is. Double 10. To level the match.
No score. Steve, you require 106.
So 46. Double top. 2
Yes, that's the 2nd set. Steve Beaton.
Well, he's finishing the way he did when he was the world champion.
3rd set, first leg, Steve to throw first. Game on, please.
And this match should be level. Bob missed 4 darts for double to level the match. And I don't see any way of coming back from that now.
Well, 2-0 down, as I say, it's a big shot. And especially when it's your first time in the embassy. And I've always felt that Steve, on his finishing, could maybe outplay and outstrip Bob. There's a lot to contend with, but he certainly had some high outshots, 161s.
Yeah, well, it was a clear case. That was a case of a guy punishing another guy. Bob already had the 4 darts for double. Steve at 106, I'm not guaranteed, but he, as a champion, he stood right up there and he said, look, you're not getting another shot. You've had a good chance. And now Steve's up 2-0. And I really think he's going to maintain that sort of level now. There we see the stats. Bob, 20 ton passes, 7 140s, 85.80 3 dart. Steve, 11 100, 7 140s, 1 180, 87.75. And not much between them there.
Not the standard we expect, though, from these top players.
98.
It's a difference here where the outshots have been going in that's kept their averages in perspective.
Well, their outshots have been pretty good. They're both around 50%.
Steve, you require 146.
Scoring's been pretty good. Well, he's had this before. Treble 18, double 16.
130.
And he'll be back. Bob at 200.
100. Steve requires 16.
It's double 8, double 4, double 2. Yeah, I want to think about this. Doesn't want to leave double 1.
I think it was a distance away from the double.
Well, he's also, yeah. You can regroup. That's what I mean.
First leg to Steve Beaton. Second leg, Bob to row first. Game on.
Well, Bob's lost the last 4 legs.
100.
His confidence must be low. He was up 2-0 in that second set. That's the thing, you know, and it'd be now 2 sets down.
Well, in actual fact, he should certainly have won. I mean, from the 120 outshot, missing the double 10.
100.
Once again, I think, John, we always mention it about experience, and obviously experience goes with Steve Beaton.
140.
Keep persevering. If there's an opening, take it. Don't twist that finger.
100.
This is Steve. Unusual hold, but look at Bob here, John. How he twists that. There it is. There's a twist.
He drops the dart down into his, between his thumb and finger, and then shoots it out.
Most unusual.
99.
Yeah, they're both on finish opportunities.
106.
It's 106. You've seen this. Treble 21st. Could go 14 or 6 or 10. Lots of options. Double 18 now.
70. Steve require 102.
This would make life easier for him. Needs treble 14 or bull. Can't do it now.
54. Bobby requires 36.
So for 1-1 in the set, double 18. Double 9.
27.
That's his problem in the match.
Steve require 48.
Yes, for 2-0. 16, double 16.
Yes, there's the second leg. Steve Beaton. Third leg, Steve to throw first. Game on.
Well, in honesty, John, I think Bob's throwing the match away.
Yes, and I think this will probably be it. Steve with the throw.
100.
Sure, he'll be disappointed because he's had the opportunities throughout, making it all square, and now
60.
could well be on the way to defeat.
Yes, that 26% checkouts. It's dropped right down. He was over 50 before.
54, wasn't it?
Yeah, Steve's maintained his average
60.
in the high 40s, so that's been a big difference as well.
$60.
40 behind ears, plus these 3 darts.
Well, Steve not really lighting the board up with this effort.
45.
9 darts just to get to 296, so opportunity certainly here for Bob. It is very hard, though, when you know you have to take that leg.
Well, there's no place to hide, John.
60.
Steve tried equally hard just to try and get the match over.
This is it.
It's a first round, always a bit of nerves and jitters, and so many times you see comebacks in the first round, and Steve knows that.
140.
Well, this turns the table a little.
Oh, great switch. It puts him onto a nice 3-dart finish. Bob looking to take this 181 and 6 if he gets the chance. 101 left.
Oh,
so pressure.
Speed require 104.
For the match. 50 left. Double 16 for the match. Yes, he's done it. Clinical finishing.
And the match.
Steve Beaton, number 1996 champion, through to the second round.
Mainly from the hard finishes. Absolutely great finishing.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's his very first visit to the stage of the embassy. Once again, it's not going to be the last. Some unhappy fans up there, so is Pilchard, but there we are. Ladies and gentlemen, from Aldous! What was it, 1996? He was the champion. He says he likes to do things in 5 years, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Beaton!